Now, the French actor Gérard Depardieu is set to take the stand later after going on trial on charges of sexually assaulting two women on a movie set in a case seen what is a potential watershed for the Me Too movement here in France. He's accused of having groped a 54-year-old set dresser and a 34-year-old assistant director during filming in 2021 of Les Volets Verts, or The Green Shutters. Now, if convicted, he faces up to 5 years in prison and a fine of €75,000. So we're going to cross live to the court, talk to France 24 Shirli Sitbon, who's there for us. Shirli, it's a crucial day today, isn't it? Depardieu taking the stand.
Exactly. From 1 minute to the next, the judge says he'll be up next at the stand. But for now, the judge is reading out the testimonies from that day. We saw Depardieu arriving earlier. Gérard Depardieu, the journalist asked him yesterday as well and today how he was doing. The only answer was all right, and a thumbs up, but did not want to make any declaration to the press. He went inside and joked a bit with his lawyer and with his friends who came to support him today. Now, Depardieu has always denied the allegations against him, these accusations that he groped two women, as you said, and trapped one of the women with his legs. He says that, yes, he's been obscene. He's very often speaks in an obscene way. He admitted to that. He even at the time presented excuses to his alleged victims, but he says that was not for an aggression, but because he had said lurid things and obscene things to them. So the day started with an announcement from the judge. He said the trial can actually begin, the actual examination of the facts. Listen to Gérard Depardieu and to the witnesses who were there, and this is something that's important because the defense has asked to nullify the whole process and has made various demands. And the judge said he will rule on that with his other judges, with the team, as we go along, and not today. There will be a trial. The trial will go on as planned initially. And just one word about the testimonies the judge is now reading out. Well, it gives an idea of what happened on that day. It was a working day on this film set. Everyone was moving around, and the three people who saw a part of the alleged assault, they just moved on. So there was just bits and pieces of things that happened that day. And at least one of the witnesses said that maybe they should have intervened, but they just were called on to get on with their work. So they didn't really stop to act.
Shirley, of course, it was a fascinating first day of this trial yesterday as well, wasn't it?
Yes, very tense, with the defense being on the offensive, saying this is a clear case of bias against France's greatest actor, Gérard Depardieu, a Me Too act against a great actor. He even pointed towards the place where the plaintiffs were, saying that they're installing an atmosphere of terror. And then he said, well, I'm not referring to you specifically, but to the activists in general. He said that the police did not take into account seriously the people who were there on the set and did not see an assault. He said the three people who did see something were privileged there. He looked at the prosecutor and says the attorney general, the prosecution used Stalinist methods. Well, the plaintiffs and their lawyers said that this was merely a tactic to try and gain time, and that there's no bias against Gérard Depardieu. On the contrary, with similar evidence, any other man would have already been tried. No discussion and no extra demands of nullifying this process or demanding various things. For example, the defense wants a medical exam of Gérard Depardieu to prove he's unable physically to trap a woman, and he was 25 kilograms heavier at the time than he is today, and also in demand to reenact the assault at the place where it took place. Well, basically for the plaintiffs, that's just a tactic.